This will go down as one of the most unique Easters that Grandma Shorty and I have ever celebrated. We started off the trail feeling very far away from our family. We were hiking along when the phone rang, and she was greeted by the sound of her dad, 95 years old, filled with life, and wishing us a happy Easter. Right after that, we gave our grandkids a call just in time to FaceTime with them while they opened their Easter baskets. It certainly made our morning a lot brighter. And then the day continued. It was a beautiful day, warm, sunny, and we were able to follow some of the most beautiful sections of trail we had been to and some of the most challenging, especially around White Rock Cliffs. One particularly challenging section of that trail that day was the Big Fire Scald Knob section, which was literally open cliff and open ridge walk. The winds were howling, but we were able to pull off at the cliffs near White Rocks, and there is a peregrine falcon nesting area. Now, we're not really good at what falcon looks like, but all above us was this bird here. I'm hoping it was a falcon. Knowing my luck, it's probably a crow. Maybe some of you will spot it better than I do. But it was gorgeous. It was challenging, and we really had to work hard to keep going along this open ridge trail. Just a little bit after we finished the exposed ridgeline trail, we crossed 300 miles, and then we continued hiking. The trail opened up, and we knew what was coming next. We were heading towards Big Butte Mountain. Can you get through there? No? This is the climb to the summit of Big Butte Mountain. Which my grandson has been most anxious for us to summit. Tell you the truth, we got some tired butts right now. It's been a long day, but we're climbing Big Butte. And here is the summit of Big Butte Mountain. And this is the view, which is pretty good actually. See down there? That's a straight drop off. Over there. You see the fields right out there? Going up to the mountain line, the clouds. Shorty. And so as the day began to come to a close, we headed off Big Butte and started heading off to find a place to spend the night. And that's when we came to the field which contains the Shelton graves. The stories are varied. Some say they were brothers, others cousins, but it seems that 2 Union soldiers had gone south during the Civil War, and they were captured, executed, and buried here in this field. In this particular spot, we found the graves pretty much in disarray, and spent some time cleaning them up, making them look as good as we could. It seemed to be the appropriate thing to do on Easter Sunday. That night, we just set up our tent and spent some time having dinner and enjoyed a beautiful evening. We set our tent up in the field adjacent to the Shelton graves, and we slept until the morning when we woke up to a magnificent sunrise. Now, it's a funny thing about this sunrise, because if you're standing where we had spent the night, you were looking towards the west, watching sunrise. Morning, everybody. It's April 2nd, day after Easter. We're leaving the Shelton gravesite. Came in last night. This is where 2 Union soldiers were killed during the Civil War. And tried to clean up the grave area a little bit. The flowers were in here, all the let's try to clean it up. Big area, big field area, camping area. We set up our tent up there. I'll show you the picture. So we're trying to do 14 miles today, another 14, running between 16 and 14 now. Rain's supposed to be coming in, so that always changes how fast you can go. Good morning, Grandma.
Good morning.
How are you? Just finishing up.
Thank you.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, we did yesterday. I'm sure we're still celebrating a little bit because we crossed the 300 miles. That's pretty cool. Wish you could see that sunset. And what's odd about that is I'm going to point my finger that way. That's where the trail heads, and of course we're heading north, so we're going that way. So
It's a beautiful sunrise.
the funny thing is, if that's north and that's south on the trail, then that means the sun is coming up in the west. But the funny thing is, on the trail, you can't trust a compass, because right now, even though the trail is northbound going this way, we're actually going compass south. Is that enough to confuse you? So the way the trail snakes in and the trail snakes in and out, we're actually heading compass south. If I showed you my compass, we'd be heading south. So it gets you completely confused if you use a compass. So this is trail north. The sun is rising, therefore, in the west. But actually, although that's trail north, it's compass south. So think about that one for a while. It's 20 minutes of 11, yes. Just coming through Devil Fork Gap here in Tennessee, and Tennessee 212. And these little sections that walk through pastures are just so much fun. They just change your brain a little bit. So we've been looking down on this farm quite a while, and the views are beautiful out there, huh? So we're so lucky. 20 minutes 11, still no rain, so we're happy. And the trail is going right around Grandma Shorty up there. Hey everybody, we just came out of lunch a little while back. We've been climbing to where we are for quite a while, but you can see that front system out there. We're hoping that breaks up because we got to get over a summit. The summit does have a bad weather path, but like you can see on that mountain, bad weather's up on it. So we're hoping we're going to get on the clearing of that front. But down here, these beautiful fields. I don't know if you can make out way out there. Way out there, there's a, let me zoom in on it. There's a bridge, some sort, highway bridge. So we're hoping, very lucky. It's 1:30, and we thought we'd be in rain all day. We haven't been. Pretty good. Looking for the Kibra elf. This is the view from High Rock. As you can see, the weather held up pretty good. And that's why they call it High Rock. How you doing up there, Grandma?
I'm doing okay.
She's up on a higher rock.
Yes.
Because if you look, that rock right there, that's just a straight drop. I mean, I'll hold my phone out there, but
Nope.
it's way out there. It's interesting, these have the Geological Survey markers here, right at the foot of the rock. So, we gotta start making our way down. Easier said than done, to Sam's Gap. As we made our way towards Sam's Gap, which was an intersection of trail and road, I was becoming more and more aware of a problem with my left ankle. I had twisted it, almost hyperextended it, while trying to cross over Big Butt. And as the day went on, the Achilles tendon became tighter and tighter. It became a real concern. We have heard so many people while hiking have left the trail for all various foot injuries. People say, listen to your body. Well, that's kind of hard to do, because if I told you everything my body says to me while hiking the trail, I'd probably be banned from YouTube. But this was of a concern. And that's when the trail provided. We saw the sign for Nature's Inn Hostel. We gave them a call, and within literally a matter of minutes, they picked us up at Sam's Gap. And they drove us into Nature's Inn Hostel, and that's where we spent the night. I was able to put my foot up, start icing it, and seeing if I could address the problem. For the next 2 days, we would short pack and ice pack my ankle as we made our way north to see if this was going to be an injury of concern.